Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know which one to take off here. Hold on. Let me take this off. At least I know I'm working. What did that say? Okay. Sorry. As always, I got to have my phone next to me, watching myself, co-witnessing, making sure there's no faux pas. Because, as I said before, this guy, very prone to faux pas. All the time. Anyway, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con here. This guy right here, yes. With the common sense and random shit show. Because it is what it is. A shit show. It's it. Always a shit show. And today, actually every day from now on, pretty much, especially with everything that's been going on, I want to piss off some liberals. Yeah. So if you're a liberal and you're watching me still and haven't offed yourself, I'd be surprised. Just saying, I'm not condoning or whatever. Anyway, breaking news. I always seem a little amped up when I'm on here, huh? As tired as I may be, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be at one of my true jobs, two genders. As soon as I push live, I'm on. It's on. It's on. So yeah, that's why you always see me like energy like crazy. It isn't just a coffee. I'm just saying. Anyway, and as I said, breaking news. This is not the place. So if you're watching me, thinking, yeah, let me watch this guy, see what's going on. Well, if you're a liberal, you're gonna be pissed, which is awesome. If you're not and you have common sense, then you'll say, yeah, maybe he's somewhat entertaining. That's what I want. I want to entertain you and somewhat inform you and just show you the bullshit. And that's what I'm here for. So I'm not going to sit here and bore you. I'll try not to bore you. I know sometimes this thing doesn't shut up and I can't stop talking. That's why the shows sometimes go a little longer than I want to. But time flies when you're having fun. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, does this shirt piss you off if you're a liberal? I know it's backwards, but I tried to do the non-mirroring thing so you can read it. But I'm sure you're not an idiot if you're conservative and you know exactly what the shirt is. If you're liberal, you're probably thinking, what does monk mean? Freaking idiots. Anyway, as I said, I'm here to piss liberals off today and then talk about some random shit. Maybe some breaking news. Maybe. We'll see. Let's have some fun. Let me look for the first video because this shit is awesome. As I said, let's piss off some liberals. Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, this guy here want a shirt. Can't afford right now. But yeah, I might be doing that really, really soon. And where to other world? I'm just saying. But I found a couple of these clips. I've put links in the description. Shorts, AI, whatever it may be, that are hilarious. And if you're a liberal out there crying about ICE taking away families, separating families, and taking away undocumented citizens, they're illegal aliens. F them. If that pisses you off, great. That's I'm doing my job. Yeah, let's check this out. This is awesome. Love this shit.
This is day 2 in Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, where we can see that this project has completely backfired. Mexicans have completely taken over the swamp.
¡Vamos rápido!
No te dejes ganar.
¡Tacos! ¡Tacos de cocodrilo!
Botas y carteras de cocodrilo en venta. Llévele todo baratos. Pásele, güero.
¡La migra! ¡La migra!
Deep down in the Everglades, the swamp is calling you, where the gators are all hungry as the sun is peeking through. It's a place you never want to visit, so make some other plans, 'cause if we catch you undocumented, it's alligator Alcatraz. Now some will complain and some will fuss, and others will shake their heads, but the floodgates, they are closing now, and we're lining up the beds. And once you're inside this place, you'll wish you never had. There is no mercy or escape from alligator Alcatraz. It's alligator Alcatraz.
I hope I pissed off some liberals. I really do. Did you imagine that? You know, that last video, that's probably the insane libs that dye their hair. As I always say, where are they learning this shit? You know, I was talking to Amadeo about this last night, and he was saying something to the effect as nature has a way to separate the weak from the prey and victims and the strange. And I got to tell you, I kind of like that theory. Liberals with their dyed hair. See, me, I'm vice versa. I'm like, well, maybe it's that they're dyeing their hair first, and the dye is going through the skin and screwing the shit out of their brains for them to believe what they believe. Because they believe anything. These idiots believe anything the liberal media tells them. And you know what? Yeah, I kind of made a mistake on the graphic there. I didn't realize I doubled it. But guess what? Twice. I hope I'm pissing you off if you're a liberal. I'm just saying. I love this shit. Yeah, this is coming from a Hispanic. Taking away families, separating families, arresting you. If you're Spanish and you're brown, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get taken away. I'm not. I'm an American. And honestly, if an ICE agent comes up to me and asks me for my ID license to prove I'm an American, I'm fine with that. Because then I know they're doing their job. Which I already know that. But hey, fine by me. We'll have a conversation after that shit. Recruit my ass. I'm just saying I would love to be an ICE agent, even though I can't. But I think I can compete with some of these younger guys. Just saying, you know, ex-athlete and shit, you know. it's 53, almost 54. I know, I don't look at yeah, you know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd start the show off by pissing off some libs, and I'm hoping that I succeeded because that shit was awesome. Anyway, let's talk. Violence from the right, insurrectionists, Democrats and liberals getting killed left and right because the right is all about violence and what they believe. Bullshit. And over the past couple days, it's been proven the opposite. Let's be real here. And I was watching Laura Ingraham last night and two of my favorites and Jesse Waters. So I put some of their clips together in a way that kind of makes sense because there was a lot of stuff. I don't want to give these people too much, you know, an audience, you know, the suspects, but you have to because there are reasons you have to. You got to point it. You got to point it out how it is. Facts. But check this out. This is Laura and Jesse. It's not a long video. I'm trying to make it as short as possible so I don't bore the shit out of you. But it's interesting. Check this out.
The eyes always tell the story. These are the suspects arrested and charged with attempted murder of a federal law enforcement officer after they spent their 4th of July allegedly ambushing officers at the Prairieland ICE Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas. They were found after fleeing the scene with a few other suspects that I mentioned earlier. Now, the complaint says they were all dressed in this black military-style clothing, like make-believe soldiers. Some had body armor, some covered in mud, some armed. Some had a banner found by one of the officers that read, "Resist fascism." And this is the favorite, "Fight the oligarchy." Now, where have we heard that before?
This fascist administration didn't come from anywhere. They have planted the seeds for years.
We've got to defeat the oligarchs and the dictators that are trying to take over our country.
Do we have the guts to stand up to Trumpism and oligarchy and authoritarianism? We say yes.
And tonight I say all of them have blood on their hands. And shame on Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer for not getting their members under control. Those demented fake soldiers who were arrested, dressed in that tactical gear they probably ordered on Amazon, probably don't even know the meaning of oligarchy. I'm certain they don't know the real history of fascism. But it's reasonable to conclude, is it not, that they feel obligated, maybe even entitled, to get violent, even to commit murder, because they're acting on unofficial implied orders.
No mistake. This was not peaceful protest. It was a planned ambush with the intent to kill ICE corrections officers.
Trantifa terrorists on the march. Over 24 hours ago, a gunman opened fire on a Border Patrol facility in Texas. The Justice Department calls it an organized tactical ambush. And Bondi's crew just hit these wannabe assassins hard. We have the mugshots. Look at that. Big surprise. 2 of them are trans. One of them, a dude named Cameron, wants to be called Autumn Hill. Okay, Autumn. Miss Autumn pulled up with her gang draped in black military-style clothing and fired off dozens of rounds. One of them was across the street and fired up to 30 rounds at officers outside the facility. And they had "Fight ICE Terror" with "Class War" and "Free all political prisoners" spray-painted on their flyers. Oh, and "Fight Oligarchy" and "ICE Pigs" were spray-painted on cars.
All right. You know what I noticed? Okay, ICE is doing their job. And let's be real here. All these criminal, illegal aliens, I'm going to say over 90% of them aren't white, Caucasian. You notice the people in the picture? Most of them were Caucasian, fighting for a cause that the democraps keep insisting they fight for. We're the violent ones, huh? Show me just one video, especially the last couple of years, of right-wing extremists, unless I'm sure they'll make something up, that's being violent, that's trying to take out Democrats. I mean, you can't. We don't condone violence. We don't push to violence. We call the libs for what they are, a piece of shit. Individuals, human beings, evil. We don't tell anyone to go out there and kill them. And trust me, there's a lot out there. People, Democrats, democraps, inciting violence. Yeah, we're the violent ones? I think not. Just saying. Anyway, it pisses me off because it's so obvious what's going on. So obvious. I don't know. Whatever. It's common sense. You know what I mean? And I have an opinion. I want to ask your opinion because I do go on a little more than I should on here. Are my shows too long? If they are, I'll try to shut up a little bit more and try to make them shorter. So I'm going to try to make it a little shorter today somewhat. But let's get to one of my favorite parts. Let me see if I can get this going here. X. And what do I call this? Random shit. It's on X. And somewhat kind of breaking news. Let me fix some of this. That way it's not overlapping anything. Okay, good. Random shit. Breaking news. I don't know, maybe. But it's kind of small. Anyway, I guess you can see that. Give me a thumbs up if you want Pam Bondi to go after the J6 committee for destroying documents that could have proved the J6ers were innocent. Fuck yeah. Every single one of these schmucks, piece of shit, democraps, every single one. You know, I'm sure you've heard what is James Comey and oh my God, I can't think of the other guy's name. You know, I have a brain fart right now, or memory burp as I call it. Comey and Brennan. Wow, couldn't think. See, the ex-CIA director being investigated. Yes, that's 2 down and many more to go. Clinton is another one. Just saying. So yeah, of course, 2 thumbs up. Random shit. Let's go to the next one. I say all of these for a reason.
While
Steve Hilton. I've actually watched Steve Hilton. I like his show. He's a legal immigrant from the UK. And I think he's running for governor in California. I'm telling you, California needs to smarten up. This is LA's oldest bar, restaurant, closing after nearly 120 years because they can't take it anymore. The streets stink of piss and shit. I know what that means because I have common sense. And Newsom thinks America will vote for this.
his state that he's supposed to be running is falling apart. We're here outside Coles, the place where the French dip sandwich, the state sandwich of California, was invented. It's closing down because of Gavin Newsom and his policies. We're walking down the street here in downtown LA. Everywhere you go, you just see crazy homeless people, people taking drugs on the street. Right there, I'm not going to show you because you don't need to see it. But here's the thing that you can see even if we wanted to show you, which is the stink, the stench. While Gavin Newsom is running around South Carolina trying to run for president, his home state, the leading city, second city of America, that he's responsible for, everywhere you go around here stinks of shit and piss. That's the reality of Gavin Newsom's California. And if he thinks that that is the basis on which he's going to be elected president, presiding over the worst run state in America with these kinds of things going on, I think he's got another thing coming. I'm running for governor of California to actually solve these problems that were created by Gavin Newsom and his Democrats after 15 years of one-party rule, and it cannot come soon enough.
You know,
so Gavin,
I got to tell you, I've been asked, it was one of my coworkers like, I'd like to go to California, maybe move there. And I was like, no, be an idiot. That would be the dumbest thing ever, to actually move into California. Don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to live there or visit. I'm scared. I would never go. I would never in a million years, unless this guy wins. So yeah, who am I? I'm a grain of sand in a big beach because I'm nobody. I don't have a lot of followers. I get it. Ex-convict, gang member, who gives a shit? But like I said, I'm trying to do things different. But here we go, random shit. All right. What'd I do? Last second. All right, breaking. The Islamist who screamed at a Muslim NYPD officer for stopping rioters from burning down New York City has been revealed as an intern for Zarin Mamdani. Imagine that. These are the lunatics who will run the city if he becomes mayor.
We need the badges of the pigs. We need the badges of the pigs. So to the Rahmans and the Mohammeds. To the Rahmans and the Mohammeds. To the Alis and the Abdullahs. To the Alis and the Abdullahs. To the Rafids. To the Rafids. To the Rafids.
Oh, that pisses me the fuck off. Holy shit. Sorry, the show's supposed to be let's piss off some libs. And I'm pissed off by this shit. This is America. This is New York. New York, save yourselves. I'm just saying, we can't do it for you. Okay, 10 people charged for the organized attack on ICE agents. Cop after military-style ambush. We've already talked about it. Just look at the picture. Yeah, Democrat terrorists are now putting bounties on J.D. Vance. Why won't Democrats denounce this?
Offering a reward for his assassination. This could be a crime. Judge if you want, but that looks like that could be a crime. Putting something out like that with the crosshairs on his head. Calling basically for his assassination, offering a reward for his assassination. This could be a crime.
It is a crime. I hope someone gets arrested. And more. But just saying. 10 people charged for a planned ambush scenario. Same thing. Will the mainstream media cover this? I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but I haven't really watched a lot of stuff. Let's see here. What is this crazy person talking about? Is there anything funnier than watching crazy white liberal Karens getting triggered by ICE raids? We make fun of you.
When did we become a country that allows armed, masked men to come into our cities, not identify themselves, and kidnap people?
Wow.
Without any justification whatsoever? When did that happen? That is what's happening right now all over the United States. But today, in particular, in California, MacArthur Park was invaded by military, National Guard, ICE, on a day that marks the 6-month anniversary of the wildfires. What is going on? Why is that okay? And I want to ask all of you guys out there, especially MAGA, how would you feel if they rolled into your cities like that? Because there are so many more people that are documented, that are citizens, or that are residents that live here.
Okay, so they have proof they're citizens.
And are not. So what kind of terror are you trying to create in this state? And if you think it's not going to happen where you live, you are mistaken. This is just the beginning.
I hope it does.
The judicial branch is under his thumb right now. The executive order powers that he has are outrageous. He is going to use these things to continue to seize power whenever and however. And if you guys thought Joe Biden was incoherent, why don't you look at some of these latest videos of press conferences? He's having people that are having to step in and correct what he's saying because he doesn't have a clue. He's answering questions with answers that make no sense.
Because you're an idiot.
So who's really running things?
Wow.
Right now it's him. Right now he knows what he wants to do. This is Project 2025 in the making.
There, it came up. Project 2025. Shit, I should have played that video. I think, was it Mr. Reagan? Put a video out. I put it out twice already about an AI of Trump saying that, yeah, I'm doing this, socks and sandals, and it was funny as shit. Yeah, Babylon B, James Gunn releases film about the importance of accepting morally upstanding white immigrants who speak perfect English. What's this?
Texas killing.
Ever considered that maybe that flood in Texas killing all those kids is God's divine punishment? MAGA, effing hate you so much. Truly don't care if maggots get caught in a flood or a fire they weren't warned about. Get what you voted for. No sympathy here. I'm not even going to let her talk. Then if you look at this, Eric Swalwell, Fang Fang, thinks Congress should investigate the Trump admin over the Texas floods. TDS. I cannot stand this guy. This is another guy that really should be arrested. Fuck him. Sorry. Just have to say it. People, I don't even want to hear his voice. All right. What was this? Breaking anti-ICE riders are attacking ICE agents outside a facility in San Francisco. That's human driving. Open the door! I'm supposed to be pissing off the libs, and I'm getting pissed. These people are crazy. I hope they all get arrested or shot. Okay, let's see what is here. Discharge. Capital punishment. Should they face capital punishment? Well, according to the law, I don't believe it's capital punishment. No one died. But it is an organized crime. Still, nobody died. So I don't think capital punishment is a little too much. As far as treason, I don't know. Might be a worse fate. Did I lose internet here? Why is it slow? Jessica Toloff is now claiming that illegal immigrants are being sexually assaulted by detention facility workers. All right, let's see here. It's just working. I don't see it working. Why is that? I'm sorry. This is not working for some reason. Anyway, I call her Jessica Turnoff or Turnoff because she's kind of cute, but her mouth, just like AOC and a few others, when they speak, forget about it. They're freaking idiots and makes them look ugly. I can't believe this. That's not working. I wanted to hear what she had to say because I didn't see this. Babylon B. Serial killer out of job as local Planned Parenthood closes. All right, another one. Bondi explains she was going to release the Epstein files, but then some pedophiles ask her not to.
Into spaces they should not be. You send the National Guard in. You kidnap people off of the streets and pretend that's normal, because that's how you quiet dissent, because you make everyone afraid that if they don't do what you want, they might be next. And once you've done those 9 steps, step 10 is easy. That's when you decide there won't be new elections, because everyone's either afraid, poor, broken, or complicit.
I can't stand her. Oh, here's the same story as earlier. What is Exar Mamdani intern berates Muslim and what people? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. This, okay.
We are working through.
Everybody's pissed off about. Dan Bongino told Fox News earlier this year, said they had to clean up the video of Epstein in the cell before he killed himself, so they could release it to the public alongside an original copy. Now the DOJ's version of that footage just happens to be missing a minute. You know what's funny? I actually respect him to the fullest.
And there's going to be a disclosure on this coming shortly. We are working through some. There is video. That is something the public does not.
There's video of him killing himself.
No, not the actual act, but the entire MCC Bay. It was only one camera. There were other. There's video that when you look at the video, and we will release. That's what's taken a while on this. We are working on cleaning it up to make sure you have an enhanced, and we're going to give the original so you don't think there were any shenanigans. You're going to see there's no one there but him. Right. There's just nobody there. So I say to people all the time, if you have a tip, let us know. But there's no DNA, there's no audio, there's no fingerprints, there's no suspects, there's no accomplices, there's no tips, there is nothing. If you have it, I'm happy to see it. There's video clear as day. He's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it. And there's going to be.
I don't know. You know, I was watching, who was it? Was it watching or listening? I can't believe I forgot who it was. I was watching, I think it was Benny Johnson last night. And he was saying Tucker Carlson, who sometimes is a little lately, especially lately, was saying that, there is 2 options about what's going on. Either Trump's involved, But if he was, we'd already know the left, the piece of shit liberal Democrats, would be blowing the shit out of this. But he's not. The other alternative is covering up a lot of agents and innocent people and maybe even some politicians, not Trump. Who knows? So it's how can they say there's no Epstein client list when Pam Bondi said in a Fox News interview that's sitting on her desk for review? You know, I'm getting tired of the story. Kind of. You know what I'm saying? Man wants however many deportations as needed for him to no longer have to press 1 for English. Yes! Yes! I hate it. You know? Listen, I'm not an angry person. Lie. It's a lie. I am kind of an angry person. But just so you know, that's funny. The outsourcing isn't people in this country. They're actually directing the call maybe to outside of the country, to mostly non-English perfect speaking individuals. But it reminds me of one time that I was driving up north to visit my dad, and I was with my mom, and it was like 2, 3 in the morning, and I forgot what state it was. I don't know, it was either Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, I forgot where it was. But I was going to the drive-thru, and Hispanic, you know, I speak Spanish, 80%, 85%. But as I'm going to the drive-thru, I was asking for coffee. I said, yeah, let me have a large coffee, light and sweet. So the person said, in a very bad broken English, what do you mean light and sweet? I said, well, I like it with a lot of sugar and very light. Okay, but I don't understand. I said, okay, can I have it like with 10, 15 sugars and 2 or 3 shots of the cream? I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. So I said, okay, I'm speaking clearly. What is it that you don't understand? Well, I don't understand your language or your, you know, English. I said, okay, do you speak Spanish? Yes. Okay. I kind of lost my shit. My mom tried to calm me down, but I was like, you know, I'm sorry. You're having someone work at your drive-thru that doesn't speak English. It's not the smartest business strategy. So yeah, I kind of lost it a little bit. I shouldn't have lost it. I felt bad after, but you know, I was like, you know, pretty much, I'm sorry, I'm Hispanic too, but you need to fucking learn English. If you're going to be working at a position where you need to learn and speak English properly, I don't understand what's going on. They had like 6 people in there, so it wasn't they weren't understaffed. And I'm sure the manager, anybody else could have done the job. It just drove me nuts. Neither here nor there. Probably has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Look at this! Superheroes exist. Maha! Make America healthy again. RFK, you got a lot of work to do. We will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list. Yeah, let's be real. Anyway, let me get out of here. I think I've talked enough shit today. I mean, as I said, I'm trying to not make it as long today. So let me get rid of this. Okay. I left that there. Hold on. No, wrong one. Okay, get rid of that. Yes. As I said, I'll try not to go on any longer because I do talk too much sometimes. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. As I said, write me. Let me know what's up. If this is it's shorter than normal, so I'll try to do half hour from now on. I am steering away from, you know, uploading or downloading videos and posting them on here. Some people might get pissed off. Some people are not. The other day, I posted a video by Jason Corsi. Hopefully, I'm not killing your name. Of America First song. And the cool thing about it is he subscribed to me and he said, thank you for playing my song and your channel. And my return was F yeah. Thank you for allowing me to. And that's pretty much it. I'm not here to steal anyone's information, videos and take any credit for them. I give credit to everything that I share. the AI in the beginning. I put the links in the description to both those channels. There is, if you want to help the channel out, there's links there. There's an eBay store with some merch. Don't be a lip turd and common sense and random shit show and all the goodies that usually are in descriptions. Even my email. Put my email. You want to write me? You want to threaten me? Go to it. Have fun. But does this piss you off, Libs? Good. I hope it does. Alligator Alley? Alligator Alley. Alcatraz? I want a shirt. So if anybody out there is selling them and wants to donate one to this guy so I can wear it at Wally World, that would be great. Ice? It's too bad I have a record. Because even at my age, I would go through the process of becoming Ice and do what I got to do. Just saying. I support you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope you do come to my area. Go to Walmart. Just saying. They're all there. I said it the other day. I said it yesterday. I'm going to run in there one day. I'm going to get an Ice shirt and just walk in there one day. I want to see what happens. Actually, that's actually a great idea. I'm going to get an Ice shirt and an Ice hat and walk into Walmart. People already confuse me for a cop, and even though I'm an ex-convict, everywhere I go, I guess because of my body type and the way I dress, always with cargo pants. So it's kind of funny. So I've had that issue happen to me in my past many times, even though with my past, but whatever. I don't get it. But anyway, stay true to the red, white, and blue, everyone. Love you guys. And as usual, I don't have my shit set up to say goodbye. So I will start getting it ready. And then you already know. Thanks for watching the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. Not sure what I'm going to talk about yet tomorrow. I haven't done a whole movie show because I've been all over the place and with all the shit that's going on. Just want to get it out the way. But I think either Saturday I'll do, I promise, a whole movie show. And I promised before that I want to do a whole video on Kempo, me doing some techniques and showing you 3 simple techniques. But my student hasn't had time, and I don't want to do it by myself because doing karate in the air is not the same thing. It's better with a person, and uki, as we Kempo's call it. But again, thank you, love you. Have a great rest of your day. Now, it is time to live on and work my second of 3 jobs. 2 genders, male, female. You already know. I wasn't ready. Laters!